guys doing? Just gonna run through what I do every day. This is the ground beef that I have in the freezer. Get them from Costco. Get the big thing. Probably last me about a week. Same with the eggs and the yogurt. But I try to do 5 eggs every morning. Bowl of ground beef. I do a scoop of these electrolytes that I got from Amazon. I think they're called Lake Superior or Superior electrolytes. I take the vitamin D in the morning. I also take my creatine in the morning, but I'm going to throw out the macros for this meal at the end. This is just like every day. Sometimes it's at 5 a.m., sometimes it's at 7 a.m., but it depends on when I have my shift. This is what the final product usually looks like. I'm going to throw up the macros as soon as I'm done with this little clip, but you see it's a pretty healthy amount, 1,085 calories just to start off the day. I usually had like some coffee, but this looks like a top set I was hitting. Right now I had 225 technically because it's I had 2 plates on each side with 10s on each side. So I mean 245 on the bar, but since it's Smith, that's really 225. Hit this for 8. Felt pretty good. I try to get a good amount of depth when I'm doing these things, but these Smith machines at Planet, they're pretty hard to get a good stretch on the chest without really messing up your shoulders, getting too deep. I feel like I do a pretty good job. I really feel it in my chest when I do these things. This was 245 technically again, and then there's a little drop set that I did just to keep things going here. This is a push day for me. For push days, I'll alternate between shoulders and chest for push days. But my normal split that I'm doing right now is I'm going, chest and shoulders day. Then I do arms, legs, and back. So I'm splitting up my split into 4 days. And then I hit cardio after each session, which I feel like is pretty good. I kind of feel like shit if I don't hit cardio after a lift. You just kind of feel like shit. You don't feel like you got shit together. It's like good for your heart when you really hit cardio. You just feel a lot fucking better. So I don't know why you would skip that shit unless you want to be like suffering from congestive heart failure at the age of like 40, which would suck. So nobody's trying to do that. I did have some White Monster before this lift, so yeah, this was 225. Obviously a little tired after this one and those other sets, but after that, transition to incline. Love the incline press. It's good for just trying to target that upper muscle. But I really dropped down real light for these, just trying to get a nice squeeze on the upper chest. But this is going to be, I believe, between 10s on each side with the 45s. It's nothing super crazy, just really going for that stretch that I'm looking at here. But I think I hit this for like 12 or so, which wasn't too bad. I think I went in again because it just felt nice. I've been building on these, but obviously it's great to incorporate. These I went a little sloppy at the end, but it's good to change it up. I was glad I was able to. Not too bad. I was able to get the last set up, but it's fine. These are my favorite. This is like a style of shoulder raise that I've been doing. A little unique in its way because you just grab some light dumbbells. I think I grabbed some 20s here, and I'm going from the back. I'm hitting the rear delts at first at a bent position, and I'm standing up and I'm doing a normal shoulder lat raise, and then I'm hitting the front raise at the end. So each rep that I do counts as one. Once I hit each exercise. So the goal is to go real light. Obviously, try to build on it. I try to start with the heavier weight here, but it's real good just to get that shoulder definition. I could really work on my rear delts. I feel like it's like a real weak point for me, but I want to get that rounded shoulder look soon. Feels great just to spam out a couple at the end of the rep, just to see how much you can do. But I think it was great here. I think I might start talking for a sec so you can just see. Got a little clip of Jillian in there, but just really trying to focus. I went a little lighter here. I went with the 15-pound dumbbells here just to finish out the set. But I just love hitting these. I feel like it's actually helped my rear delts a lot. Just getting that fuller look. You also don't have to worry about, hitting these in any different way because you're hitting all forms of the shoulder. Obviously, it's good to vary, but when I'm in a time crunch, and today I was, these are great just to hit. So very nice. Yeah, these I decided to throw in at the end. Don't usually do chest flies too much just because I don't really feel like it really does much for me. I really like the compound pressing movements, but just the chest flies, they get a little crazy. You can't really build that much with these, but I feel like it's really great for the stretch. I think I started here with 40 pounds on each side, just trying to feel a stretch, and then progress down, obviously. But it's good. I feel like I felt it, definitely. It's definitely not my go-to. If I want to get these done, I'll probably choose dumbbells over cables, just because I can really position myself the way I want to with dumbbells and really feel the squeeze a lot better. And there's a lot more progression with dumbbells. You go up and up and up with dumbbells, but with these, I don't know, it's kind of limited to like how much weight you can manage like to lean on. I guess that's a way to put it, just to like kind of position yourself to get that movement going. But I don't know, a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about already, but this is pretty basic stuff here. Very good. Just want to add something in, but I'm at maintenance 3,500 calories a day right now. Then trying to get over maintenance with bulk. I'm just trying to gain strength. But this breakfast routine is what I do to maintain and grow. Mainly grow, trying to get more calories in each day, but that's where I'm at right now. And yeah, I mean, this breakfast routine is really helpful for me, but obviously I do something at the end. I'll add is the macros for lunch that I do every day. And then obviously it makes dinner pretty simple with chicken and rice that I make. So I'll show you guys that too. Yeah, this is the chicken I do. I cook it every day. Not every day, but every week. Just let it sit here. There's the White Monster collection, but I try to do that with my meals. Also, I'll have like a protein shake with that. And then also have avocado toast for lunch. But I'll throw up those macros just for everyone to look at right now. But just simple stuff that I grab from Costco and Trader Joe's is the main things. This chicken from Trader Joe's, this teriyaki chicken, absolutely amazing. You get a bag of this. There's 4 servings in this. I think this whole thing was like $5, but almost 900 calories in a bag of that. Just to show everyone, I got macros for breakfast, lunch, and I have dinner, and I'll have total macros for everything, but pretty good at 3,407 today. And that bag goes pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. I have it with some rice, the rice with some butter and salt and a little bit of vegetables, but I mean, that basically puts me where I need to be each day. Is it, perfect? No. Can it be added on? Yes, but I'm open to criticism, obviously. There's a lot of people that are much bigger than me, and I'm just curious to see what you guys think. So let me know. No hate, but I'm glad I was able to record. First time doing it. And see you guys next time, I guess.